A few years ago, I noticed my vision getting blurry. Things I do every day, like reading and driving, were becoming more difficult. I thought it was part of getting older, but I was wrong. I have a disease called age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. It's the leading cause of blindness in people 55 and older. The good news is there are treatments that can reduce vision loss from AMD. Plus, there are things you can do now to lower your risk of getting it in the first place. The Foundation Fighting Blindness provides information about preventing and managing AMD. Call the Foundation today at 800-585-0516 for a free AMD packet and take the first step toward protecting your vision. I'm thankful I found out about my AMD early enough to still be able to drive and see the faces of my loved ones. Call 800-585-0516. Get your free AMD packet. You'll be glad you did.
Show your Banner State spirit by supporting Hornet Pride 365, a great giving initiative that supports your ASU student athletes. For more information and to give, visit BannerStateSports.com/Hornet Pride 365. This ASU Hornet Sports production is brought to you by American Lube Bar, Alabama Power, Coca-Cola, Golden Corral, Golden Steak, Honey Baked Ham, Metro PCS, and Regions Bank. Support the team that supports your Hornets.
Alabama State University Athletics is the program of champions. ASU student-athletes have earned back-to-back Commissioner Cup trophies as the best all-around sports program in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And while ASU Athletics has earned 20 SWAC division, regular season, conference, or tournament titles in the past 2 seasons, success has also been achieved in the classroom. More than 170 student-athletes in the past 4 semesters have earned at least a 3.0 GPA, with an average of more than 20 each semester earning a perfect 4.0 GPA. In the community, the Hornet student-athletes contribute hundreds of hours of community service each year in giving back to the River region. Alabama State University Athletics is the program of champions in competition in the classroom and in the community.
Good afternoon and welcome to Hornets Pregame, presented by American Lube Fast, ASU Baseball. On the road going for the weekend and season sweep of the Jackson State Tigers as we play here today from a warm but windy Bradley Field in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm Dwayne Lewis. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Hornets Baseball here on the ASU Hornets Sports Network. Alabama State with a very convincing 15-4 win in yesterday's game over the Tigers. Got off to a great start with 2 runs in the first inning, and that really set the tone, combined with the pitching and defense of Alabama State. Tyler Howe allowed the bases to be loaded in the first inning, pitched out of trouble, did not allow a hit against Jackson State until the 6th inning of yesterday's game. Hornets very patient at the plate, taking advantage of poor pitching by Jackson State in terms of hit batsmen, also bases on balls. The big blow in the 5th inning, a 3-run homer by Carlos Ocasio. In the 6th inning, a bases-clearing double by Ray Hernandez. Today, the Hornets go for the sweep against Jackson State as Hunter McIntosh gets the ball for Alabama State. He's 4-1 on the season, 2.87 earned run average. For Jackson State, scored their runs primarily in the final innings of games. They scored 2 Friday night versus Joseph Camacho, did not score again until the 9th inning on a pair of bases-loaded balks that allowed 2 runs to come in. Yesterday, the Tigers did not score until the 7th inning, scoring 4 in the last at-bat, but the Hornets prevailed by a score of 15-4 in a 7-inning game. Always tough to sweep a team, especially on the road, and especially with the pride that Jackson State has in this program. But that is the challenge that we face today, but also that is the goal for this team here today. When we come back on Hornets pregame, presented by American Lube Pass, I'll go one-on-one with head coach Marvell Melendez. We'll talk about Saturday's win over Jackson State and the challenge today trying to sweep the Tigers at Bradley Field and improve to 6-0 against the Tigers this season, and also moving to 15-0 in conference play. You're listening to Hornets pregame, presented by American Lube Pass here on the ASU Hornets Sports Network. American Lube Pass is proud to partner with Hornet Athletics. American Lube Pass is dedicated to protecting your car and your family. We are a preventive maintenance car care center, performing a 21-point vehicle inspection with every oil change. Ask for the Hornet Pride promotion and get a discount on your vehicle service while supporting Hornet Athletics. American Lube Pass. Support the team that supports your Hornets.
Honey Baked Ham is a proud supporter of Alabama State University and the Montgomery community. Honey Baked Ham, celebrating life one meal at a time. Stop by for lunch daily or let them cater your next big event. Tell them you heard the Honey Baked Ham ad on an ASU broadcast or game and receive 50% off your meal. They're located on East South Boulevard, just south of Troy Highway. Honey Baked Ham. Support the team that supports your Hornets.
Welcome back to Hornets pregame, presented by American Lube Pass. We're inside the coach's corner with head baseball coach Marvell Melendez, coming off a 15-4 win on Saturday versus Jackson State. And Coach Hart to talk about winning big without starting on the mound. Tyler Howell, no from the Tigers until the 6th inning.
Well, you know what? He did an outstanding job, and what's crazy about this is he got in trouble in the first inning. He was able to come out of it and really set the tone for the entire ball game. I didn't realize that he had a no-hitter until actually the 6th inning. So, really happy for him for his performance.
You mentioned him getting out of trouble in the first inning, them leaving the bases loaded. Conversely, offensively, we start with 2 runs in the first inning, coming out really throwing the first punch of the afternoon.
Yeah, every time you get on the board, of course, it gives you a little bit more confidence, especially coming from a tough game on Friday. Nevertheless, we were able to continue the good offensive inning and this performance of rotation at the play and also efficient.
You mentioned that patient. I'll talk about what happened in the 6th inning in a moment. Carlos Ocasio's home run in the 5th inning really gave us some cushion. Talk about his evolution coming in, really making the adjustment from junior college baseball with 10 home runs so far this season.
Well, he's done extremely well, and he knows that he's got to be a little bit more patient. We still want him to swing it in the count and swing in his pitches, and something that he's been working on over the last 2 weeks. And although it's a work in progress, you could see him getting better throughout the year.
You mentioned patience a moment ago in that 6th inning. We were patient in allowing them to walkers hit batsmen. Talk about how hard that is when you have runners on base and guys want to get the hit. You have to be patient and maintain the discipline of the ball-strike ratio.
Well, it comes down to being unselfish and just having that mentality that the team comes before you, and you got to get something good to get. And until you do that, you got to really, take some pitches and let the pitcher work and let it make mistakes. Eventually, every pitcher is gonna give you something to hit. It's just a matter of looking for that pitch and not trying to do too much at the beginning.
We're inside the coach's corner with Marvell Melendez. Hunter McIntosh gets the ball for step 2. Another pitcher who's performed extremely well since moving to the weekend rotation about a month and a half ago.
Oh, Mike Antosh is an experienced pitcher that has been in different roles throughout his career here. He has started ball games, and he's come in relief, and he's done a very good job. I think what he's done this year, different than he has in the past, that he's handling strike zone. He's been able to throw strikes before strike at any count, and because of that, he's been successful.
We talked yesterday about the game one momentum of winning the first game of the series. Now we've taken the first two legs. How challenging is it to try to take all three games against a team, whether at home or on the road?
Oh, anytime you get on the road and you win the first two games, you're trying to finish it off. But we do understand that we need to have a good game plan. And we need to do the same thing that we did on Friday and Saturday. We need those things done the same way. Be patient on the play good defense, and then throw a strike. So, I believe that this team has what it takes, especially today. The mindset has been really good in the game. So we're just looking forward to them playing the game. We're anxious to get the game started and get our guys going on time.
It really appeared to become more of a point of emphasis in 2014 with winning the last day of the series. Talk about the mindset, regardless of what happened Friday or Saturday for or against us, the different mindset on the last day of the series.
Well, every coach talks about, road trip. Sunday is championship Sunday. A lot of people call it championship Sunday. Before you get on the road, you want to have that good feeling that you have played well, and I think that's extremely important. So, looking for today, we just want to play well. We just want to make sure that we come out with a lot of intensity.
That's it, baseball coach Marvel Melendez. First pitch up next year on the ASU Hornets Sports Network.
Hornets pregame has been brought to you by American Lube Fast. Ask for the Hornet Pride promotion and get a discount on your vehicle service while supporting Hornet Athletics.
This ASU Hornet Sports production is brought to you by American Lube Bar, Alabama Power, Coca-Cola, Golden Corral, Golden Flake, Honey Baked Ham, Metro PCS, and Regents Bank. Support the team that supports your Hornets.
For nearly 150 years, Alabama State University has embraced a mission that is student-focused, academically rigorous, and increasingly global in its vision and scope, with a growing emphasis on scientific research and innovations. With more than 5,000 students representing all 50 states and hailing from countries around the world, Alabama State University offers more than 50 academic programs housed in its 6 degree-granting colleges. As the university expands its science and technology footprint, 2 of our colleges are working on major advancements in STEM-related research and applications. The College of Health Sciences, which boasts in-demand programs such as physical therapy and prosthetics and orthotics, is changing lives with technological advancements that improve the quality of life for injured veterans, stroke victims, and patients who have experienced amputations and other injuries impacting motor control. A recent $500,000 Department of Defense grant was used to secure a state-of-the-art interactive system that allows for advanced study of human motion. Students and professors in the College of Science, Mathematics, and Technology are conducting cutting-edge research in areas ranging from nanobiotechnology to tissue engineering thanks to millions of dollars in grant funding from institutions such as the National Science Foundation, U.S. Department of Energy, and the National Institutes of Health. The college is home to several STEM-related centers of excellence, including the National Science Foundation's Center for Nanobiotechnology Research. The university's flagship college, the College of Education, has been ranked among the nation's leading producers of African-American educators. The College of Liberal Arts and Social Science prepares graduates for careers in fields ranging from communications to law. The College of Business Administration is recognized for producing entrepreneurs and leaders in business and industry. The College of Visual and Performing Arts has launched graduates to Broadway and beyond. From Broadway to boardrooms, from classrooms to crime scenes, ASU graduates are leaving their mark and making a difference in Alabama, in the nation, and around the globe. Alabama State University. Opportunity is here.
Alabama State University Athletics is the program of champions. ASU student athletes have earned back-to-back Commissioner Cup trophies as the best all-around sports program in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And while ASU Athletics has earned 23 SWAC division, regular season, conference, or tournament titles since the fall of 2013, success is also achieved in the classroom. More than 170 student athletes in the past 5 semesters have earned at least a 3.0 GPA, with an average of more than 25 each semester, earning a perfect 4.0 GPA. In the community, Hornet student athletes contributed hundreds of hours of community service each year in giving back to the River region. Alabama State University Athletics is the program of champions in competition, in the classroom, and in the community.
For nearly 150 years, Alabama State University has embraced a mission that is student-focused, academically rigorous, and increasingly global in its vision and scope, with a growing emphasis on scientific research and innovations. With more than 5,000 students representing all 50 states and hailing from countries around the world, Alabama State University offers more than 50 academic programs housed in its 6 degree-granting colleges. As the university expands its science and technology footprint, 2 of our colleges are working on major advancements in STEM-related research and applications. The College of Health Sciences which boasts in-demand programs such as physical therapy and prosthetics and orthotics, is changing lives with technological advancements that improve the quality of life for injured veterans, stroke victims, and patients who have experienced amputations and other injuries impacting motor control. A recent $500,000 Department of Defense grant was used to secure a state-of-the-art interactive system that allows for advanced study of human motion. Students and professors in the College of Science, Mathematics, and Technology are conducting cutting-edge research in areas ranging from nanobiotechnology to tissue engineering, thanks to millions of dollars in grant funding from institutions such as the National Science Foundation, the U.S. Department of Energy, and the National Institutes of Health. The college is home to several STEM-related centers of excellence, including the National Science Foundation's Center for Nanobiotechnology Research. The university's flagship college, the College of Education, has been ranked among the nation's leading producers of African-American educators. The College of Liberal Arts and Social Science prepares graduates for careers in fields ranging from communications to law. The College of Business Administration is recognized for producing entrepreneurs and leaders in business and industry. The College of Visual and Performing Arts has launched graduates to Broadway and beyond. From Broadway to boardrooms, from classrooms to crime scenes, ASU graduates are leaving their mark and making a difference in Alabama, in the nation, and around the globe. Alabama State University. Opportunity is here.
This ASU Hornet Sports production is brought to you by American Blue Bus, Alabama Power, Coca-Cola, Golden Corral, Golden Flake, Honey Baked Ham, Metro PCS, and Regents Bank. Support the team that supports your Hornets.
The following is an Alabama State University Hornet Sports production.
You are listening live to Alabama State Baseball on the ASU Hornet Sports Network. Game 3 of our weekend series as your Alabama State Hornets go for the series and season sweep of the Jackson State Tigers. Here are today's starting lineups presented by Golden Flake. First, 4-year Hornets, leading off in right field, number 11, Yamil Pagan. Batting second, designated hitter, number 1, DeAndre Amion. Batting third in center field, number 2, Carlos Ocasio. Batting fourth in left field, number 31, Dylan Cooper. Batting fifth at first base, number 19, Chris Biosic. Batting sixth at third base, number 25, Ray Hernandez. Batting seventh and catching, number 38, Hunter Allen. Batting eighth at shortstop, number 10, Eric White. And batting ninth at second base, number 9, Oscar Prelude. On the mound for the Hornets is right-hander number 5, Hunter McIntosh. Only one change in the lineup for Jackson State head coach Omar Johnson, as Copeland will start at shortstop and bat first. Newsom batting second in left field. Diaz will catch and bat third. We'll go through the full Jackson State lineup at the bottom of the inning. Jamal Wilson on the mound for the Tigers. Starts Pagan with a ball. We are underway here at Brady Field in Jackson. Has a brief delay waiting for the umpires to arrive. As Pagan is hit with pitch number 2, and he's on first to start the game. Wilson, 2-1 record, 4.18 earned run average, making his 7th start, 8th appearance this season with 1 complete game. In 32.1 innings pitched, has allowed 40 hits, 25 runs, 15 earned, with 17 walks and 29 strikeouts. As Amion takes strike 1 on the outside corner, 0-1 the count. As Pagan on first after being hit by the pitch. Gone 2 for 8 in this series as Amion takes low and outside, count even, at a ball and a strike. DeAndre, 4 of 7 this weekend versus the Tigers with 4 runs scored, including a double and a triple, and 3 driven in. His RBI triple in the first inning yesterday scored Pagan, who lit off with a single, as the Hornets scored 2 in the opening inning and did not trail in Saturday's game. As Wilson with a pair of throws over to first base, keeping Pagan close to the bat. You can hear the wind in the background, gusting to about 26 miles per hour blowing from the south. As that pitch misses blowing outside, 2-1 the count. Wind blowing out to left field today, in contrast to the first 2 games of the series in which the wind was blowing essentially from the north, blowing out from left to right here at Bradley Field. That ball driven to left center field, and it will drop in for a hit. Hits off the wall. Pagan heading toward third. He will stop there. Stand-up double for DeAndre Amion, and the Hornets off to a fast start. Runners on second and third with no one out. As Amion showing power to the opposite field, and while the wind is blowing out to the left, that ball hit off the wall in between the 375 and 401 marks here at Bradley Field, just under the scoreboard, which is in left field. 325 down the lines here at Bradley Field, 375 to the power alleys, 401 to straightaway center field. As center fielder Carlos Ocasio steps in. Of course, Carlos with the big 3-run homer in the 5th inning yesterday, hitting .328 on the season. 10 homers and 40 driven in, take strike 1. And Wilson will work from the windup with runners on second and third, no one out in the top of the Hornet first. This misses low and outside, 1-1 the count. Jeremy Hayes calling the balls and strikes today with Marshall Thomas at first base and Doug McClure over at third. The 1-1. Ground ball left side, gets through for a base hit. Pagan will score. Amion will be stopped at third. Hornets lead 1-0. RBI number 41 for Ocasio. As the Hornets score in the second inning, or in the first inning, once again, still no one out. Runners on the corners for left fielder Dylan Cooper. Cooper batting .297, just a shade under 300 this season. 4 home runs, 26 driven in. Cooper was 1 for 2 yesterday with 2 runs scored and 3 driven in. As Wilson throws over to first, keeping Ocasio close to the bag. Cooper 1 for 6 at the plate, but has walked 3 times and has driven in 4 runs. Fly ball is shallow left center field, and it will be caught on a nice catch by the shortstop Copeland, running out from his position into shallow left center for out number 1. Not deep enough for Amion to try and score from third. He was about maybe a third or fourth the way down the line. And while Copeland did fall making the catch, DeAndre was not tagging, so went out in the first, runners on the corners. For first baseman, Chris Biosic. Takes inside, ball 1. Chris batting .312 on the season, no home runs, 25 driven in. He is 2 for 8 in the series. Has scored once, driven in 3. Fouls the pitch off, strike 1. One and 1 to count. 1 down, top of the first. Hornets out in front by a score of 1-0 on the RBI single by Ocasio. Call strike 2 as Ocasio steals second. With kind of a half throw, went through Wilson, through the mound, out to second base. And sometimes, as we saw there, you throw it kind of back through the box to see if the third base runner will take off. Ground ball right side, that will score Amion from second on the RBI ground out by Biosic for out number 2 as the Hornets lead 2-0. Ocasio moves over to third. RBI number 26 for Biosic. as Ray Hernandez steps in, hitting .277, 7 home runs, 33 driven in, takes it inside, ball 1. Ray 3 for 8 in the series with 4 driven in, had the bases clearing double in the 6th inning yesterday. Takes one outside. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Wilson working from the windup. Misses low and outside. Ball 3, 3 balls, no strikes. Set the Tiger defense. Newsom in left, Holton in center, Brown in right. A lot of room down the right field line for Hernandez. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Count moves to 3-1. Watson at third, Copeland at second. Copeland at short, pardon me. Williams at second. Santana at first base. Diaz behind the plate. As Hernandez swings and misses. Full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and that retires the side. But the Hornets score first. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. Alabama State 2. Jackson State coming to bat here on the ASU Hornet Sports Network.
Hornet Nation, when there's action on the diamond, there's only one thing sweeter than the sound of a home run. Golden Flake Sweet Heat Barbecue Potato Chips and our new Golden Flake Tangy Pickle Barbecue and Buffalo Ranch Potato Chips. So open up a bag today and make the break to your favorite store. Buy a bag of Golden Flake and enjoy the home run crunch of a delicious Golden Flake snack. Golden Flake, the official chip of all home runs. Golden Flake, support the team that supports your Hornets.
Bottom of the first inning, Alabama State off to another fast start, leading 2-0 as Hunter McIntosh gets the call on the mound for Alabama State. 4-1 record with a 2.87 earned run average, making the 7th start and 9th appearance of the season. In 37.2 innings pitched, has allowed 34 hits, 16 runs, 12 earned, with 16 walks and 42 strikeouts. Coming off a win last week at Alabama A&M. McIntosh went 6 innings, allowed 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts in that 7-3 win. As Hunter has gotten the win in his last 3 starts. Conference win at home versus Valley and Alcorn State, and again last Sunday versus Alabama A&M, as Cornelius Copeland will lead off the Tiger first inning. First pitch from McIntosh. Fastball misses high, ball 1. Copeland batting .403 on the season, 1 home run, 19 driven in. He is 3 for 8 in the series versus Alabama State with 2 runs scored and 1 driven in. Takes one outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Set the Hornet defense. Cooper in left, Ocasio in center, Pagan in right. There's a strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hernandez at third, White at short, Prelude at second, Biosic at first, Allen behind the plate. Copeland fouls the pitch out of play. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. You can hear the wind in the background, gusting to about 25 miles per hour. Blowing out from right to left here at Bradley Field. Line right at Biosic at first for the first out of the inning. Chris was in perfect position. Just had to get the glove up. Fielded it cleanly for the first out in the bottom of the first inning. Brings up left fielder C.J. Newsom, hitting .400 on the season, 1 home run with 25 driven in. He's done the most damage for the Tigers this weekend. 4 of 8 at the plate, 1 run scored, and 1 driven in. Curveball of beauty from McIntosh over for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Hornets in front 2-0 here at the bottom of the first inning. Thank you for spending part of your Sunday afternoon with us here on the ASU Hornet Sports Network and also on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. That pitch misses low. Count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. Curveball swung on and missed as McIntosh ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good curveball by McIntosh. Fastball just off the plate. Count even at 2-2. And this 3-headed monster on the mound of Joseph Camacho, Tyler Howell, and Hunter McIntosh has paid dividends for the Hornets this season as Newsom lines out to Prelude at second for out number 2. So a couple of hard-hit balls to the right-hand Hornet defenders. 2 down in the inning for catcher Carlos Diaz, batting .426 on the season. 4 home runs, 35 driven in. Diaz 1 for 8 at the plate this weekend. Breaking ball misses inside, ball 1. And the wind is a gusting here at Bradley Field in Jackson. Line down the left field line, fair for a base hit. Cooper will play it off the wall. They stand up double. Actually, Diaz will slide in to second base with the double. So first hit of the afternoon for Jackson State. Brings up the first baseman, Jesus Santana, hitting .274 on the season. 9 home runs, 37 driven in. Santana 2 for 6 at the plate. Has walked twice and scored once. Santana had a pair of hits in yesterday's game, coming in the 6th and 7th innings, respectively, a pair of singles. Fastball strike 1 on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Hornets lead 2-0, 2 down in the Tiger first. As McIntosh faces the conference preseason player of the year, trying to pitch out of, wouldn't call it trouble, but trying to keep the Tigers off the board here in the first. Santana second in the conference now in home runs with 9, behind Ocasio's 10. Ocasio broke that tie with his 3-run homer in the 5th inning yesterday. Fouled off back to the Tiger dugout along the first base line. McIntosh ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Hornets 22-12 on the season, 14-0 in conference play. Jackson State 17-14 and 6-5. Swing and a miss. McIntosh blows the fastball by Santana to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left through 1. Alabama State 2, Jackson State nothing. Here on the ASU Hornet Sports Network.
American Lube Bank is proud to promote the Hornet Pride Rewards Program. Visit any of more than 50 American Lube Fast locations in Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, or Florida and say Hornet Pride. You'll receive a discount on your vehicle service at American Lube Fast with contribution to Hornet Athletics. American Lube Fast. Support the team that supports your Hornet.
Top of the second inning. Hornets leading Jackson State by a score of 2-0. Off to another fast start. RBI single by Carlos Ocasio scored Yamil Pagan to lead off by being hit by a pitch. And Chris Biosic's RBI groundout scored DeAndre Amion, who doubled in the first. Hunter Allen, Eric White, Oscar Prelo, 7-8-9 for the Hornets. Here in the second, Allen grounds first pitch foul. Down the third base line, strike one. Allen hitting .262 on the season, takes one outside. Count moves to 1-1. 2 home runs, 11 driven in. Call strike two. Good pitch on the lower half of the outside portion of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Allen 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. Did score a run that takes one outside. Count moves to 2-2. Wilson working quickly on the mound for Jackson State. As Allen fouls it off to stay alive, count remains 2-2. The 2-2 pitch from Wilson. And it hit off the bat of Allen as he ducked out of the way but did not pull the bat down. The pitch actually went behind him and hit off the barrel of the bat. So we'll do it again at 2-2, 7th pitch of the at-bat. Going outside, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Allen starting for the second straight day behind the plate for the Hornets with Biosic playing first. Going outside, ball 4. Great job by Allen to battle back from being behind the count 1-2 to draw a base on balls. Brings up Eric White batting .347 on the season. 1 home run, 28 driven in. Uncharacteristically quiet weekend for White at the plate, 0 for 9 with the run scored. Looking for his first hit in the series. As Allen leads from first, White takes one outside, ball 1. Here's the wind in the background blowing out to left field here at Brady as White fouls it off down the right side. Count moves to 1-1. Beautiful day for baseball, temperature in the upper 70s. But the wind could be a factor, gusting to about 25, blowing from the south. Allen leads from first. 1-1 pitch to White. Call strike 2. Good pitch appeared to catch the inside portion of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes as we play here in the top of the second. Hornets going for the series and season sweep of Jackson State, lowing outside. Count even at 2-2. Hornets won 7-4 on Friday night as Joseph Camacho got the win. Big win yesterday, 15-4 in 7 innings. As White fouls it off again out of the plate along the right side. Count remains 2-2. Tigers getting on the board in the 7th inning, scoring all 4 of their runs in the final inning. After being no hit by Tyler Howell through the first 5. Ground ball right side. Nice play by Watson. Goes to second off the bag. They say he recovered, so 5-4 in the force out as Williams came off the bag to field the throw, went back to tag the bag to force Allen. 1 down in the inning. Oscar Prelu steps in, hitting .198 on the season. No home runs, 7 driven in. Oscar 2 for 5 in the series, has scored 5 times, has walked once, been hit by a pitch twice. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner, 0-1 to count. Prelude's been on base 7 straight games. He's starting to get more comfortable with the collegiate game. As the ball thrown away at first base, White will stop at second base on the errant throw, which charged that one to Wilson, the pitcher. As Santana had to reach across White, could not field the throw. White now in scoring position with 1 out. Fourth error of the weekend against Jackson State. White in scoring position with one down. RBI opportunity for Prelude. Awaits the 0-1 from Wilson. Fastball misses high. Count moves to a ball and a strike. Hornets 2, Tigers nothing, top of the second inning. Rubber game of the series between these two teams. Blowing outside, 2 balls and a strike. Hornets 5-0 against Jackson State this season. Two best teams in SWAC baseball playing here today in Jackson. As that pitch high and outside, 3-1 to count. All 5 of Jackson State's SWAC losses have come to Alabama State this season. Tigers still with 6 to play against Alcorn and 3 each against Mississippi Valley and Alabama A&M. Outside ball 4, 2 on, 1 out for the Hornets. As we go back to the top of the lineup, right fielder Yamil Pagan, who was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. We talked about the patience. Maria Melendez talked about it in the pregame show earlier today. Easy to be a little bit more aggressive with runners on base trying to get the big hit, but the patience and unselfishness waiting for your pitch has paid off for the Hornets this weekend as Pagan takes strike 1 on the outside corner, 0-1 to count. White leads from second. Prelude leads from first. There go the runners. Hit into left field. We'll drop in for a base hit. White scores easily from second base, 3-0. Hornets in front. As Pagan hit a little flare out to left. White on the move, scored easily. Prelude stops at second base. 3-0. Hornets in front. Brings up Amion, who doubled off the wall to left center in the first. Prelude on second, Pagan on first. Amion takes strike 1 on the outside corner, 0-1 to count. 3-0 Hornets in front. 2 in the first, 1 so far here in the second. 2 on, 1 out. The 0-1 outside. Good eye by DeAndre. Count moves to 1-1. Coming into today's game, Hornets have walked 11 times in the series and been hit by a pitch 5 times. With 22 runs on 19 hits, 9 of them extra bases, 5 doubles, 3 triples. The home run by Ocasio, the only long ball of the series. Jackson State now, including today's game, with 15 hits in the series, 14 of them singles. As Amion takes low and inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. And singles don't get you beat. As the Hornets looking to finalize the statement here in Jackson, ground ball up the middle. Nice stop and play by the second baseman for the out at the plate for the double play as Pagan safe at second. Or actually was out at second. The throw went to first base. Amion beat it out. Prelude trying to score from second base was thrown out to retire the side. But we head to the bottom of the second. Hornets in front by a score of 3-0 here on the ASU Hornets Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Honey Baked Ham is a proud supporter of Alabama State University and the Montgomery community. Honey Baked Ham, celebrating life one meal at a time. Stop by for lunch daily or let them cater your next big event. Tell them you heard the Honey Baked Ham ad on an ASU broadcast or game and receive 50% off your meal. They're located on East South Boulevard, just south of Troy Highway. Honey Baked Ham. Support the team that supports your Hornets.
Bottom of the second inning, Alabama State leading by a score of 3-0. Center fielder Tony Holton will lead off the Tigers' second. "15 first inning pitches for Hunter McIntosh. 10 went for strikes. Starts Holton with the curveball for a strike. 0-1 to count. Holton takes low. Count moves to 1-1. 2 for 3 in yesterday's game with the run driven in. Had the run scoring hit in Friday night's game. 7-4 win by the Hornets as Holton takes low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Holton 3 for 7 in the series. Hits his foul out of play down the right side. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hornets lead 3-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Going for the season and regular season sweep of Jackson State. Swing and a miss. Holton goes down swinging. 1 down in the second. Strikeout number 2 for McIntosh. As right fielder Bryce Brown steps in. Brown batting .301 on the season. 2 home runs, 19 driven in. Brown 0 for 3 in the series, has scored a run, walked 3 times, and has been hit by a pitch once. Lines that one down the left field line. Cooper is there, and it is off the top of the wall. Cooper gets an in stand-up double for Bryce Brown. That ball nearly went out of the park, hit off the top of the fence and came back in. Double for Brown, now on second base with 1 out. Second baseman Bryce Williams, batting .365 on the season, no homers, 18 driven in. Williams 0 for 6 at the plate this weekend, has walked twice. Curveball hit foul to play, strike 1. Just the second extra base hit of the weekend for Jackson State. Copeland had a double, and now the double by Brown. As only 2 of the 16 hits by the Tigers so far this weekend have been for extra bases. The 0-1. Fastball misses high. Count moves to a ball and the strike. Hornets in front 3-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Brown leads from second as McIntosh steps off, chasing him back to the bag. As White keeping tabs on Brown from his shortstop position. 1-1. Brown ball. Nice play by Hernandez at third. Throw across the diamond is in time. Nice one-hopper fielded by Biosick for out number 2 as Brown has to stay at second base. Hernandez threw that one from his knees. Threw it accurately. The one hop to Chris caught it about waist high for the second out here in the second inning. Third baseman Mark Watson hitting .209 on the season, 2 homers, 5 driven in. Watson 0 for 5 at the plate this weekend for the Tigers. Curveball misses just high, ball 1. 1 on, 2 outs in the Jackson State second as the wind continues to whip here at Bradley Field. Hornets lead 3-0. As McIntosh wheels off the mound. Without a throw, Brown dives back in safely. One and 0 the count. The pitch for McIntosh. Just low. 2 balls, no strikes. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Alabama State. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 Jackson State error as we play here in the home half of inning number 2. Ground ball to White at short. He had to throw the first in time to retire the side. In the Tigers' second, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. Through 2, Alabama State 3, and Jackson State nothing here on the ASU Hornet Sports Network.
Golden Corral is a proud partner of Alabama State University and the Montgomery community. At Golden Corral, you can always enjoy food that is hot, fresh, and ready. But now, you can enjoy breakfast at any time on the lunch or dinner buffet. And for just $2.99, get a to-go box with the purchase of an adult buffet. Golden Corral is located on Eastern Boulevard, just south of I-85. Golden Corral, support the team that supports your Hornets.
Top of the third here in Jackson. Hornets in front by a score of 3-0 as Ocasio had a home run cut at that one, but swung and missed. Strike 1. Ocasio singled in the first, scoring Pagan with the first run of the afternoon. Now hitting .333 on the season with 41 driven in. Fouled it straight back. As Ocasio now behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. The 10 home runs by Ocasio, the most for a player in the Mervell Melendez era, breaking the tie of 9 with Walter Von Estrada, who hit 9 last season, as Ocasio goes down swinging. Prod number 1. Good fastball from Wilson as Dylan Cooper steps in. Cooper popped out to the shortstop and shallow left center in the first inning. Cooper hitting .294 on the season. 4 homers, 26 driven in, swings and misses, strike 1. 3-0 Hornets in front here in the top of the third inning. Ground ball to third, off the glove of Watson in fair territory. Cooper will make a big turn at first, but will stop there. But thrown away by Watson, a pair of errors on the play. Cooper will dig for third and will get there without a throw. So Watson added injury to insult. The ball went off the heel of his glove in the foul territory and then threw high on the right side of the infield. So a pair of errors had Cooper at third base with 1 out. Wilson will pitch from the windup with Bosick at the plate. Fastball misses high, ball 1. Bosick had an RBI ground out in the first inning. This is low, 2 balls and no strikes. Popped up out of play for strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike. With Cooper on third after the combination of errors by Watson at third base. Good grip by Bosick, fouled it straight back. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield in all 4 positions as Bosick lifts one to right field. Brown drifts back, now runs in, makes the catch for out number 2. Here comes Cooper digging for home plate to throw up the line. Sack fly for Bosick, 4-0 Hornet lead. So 2 ribbies now for Bosick. He has 27. as the Hornets extend to a 4-0 lead. Ray Hernandez struck out swinging to end the first. Long fly ball down the left field line, drifting into foul territory. Actually, it's a spare ball. Lands just inside the line. Our view obscured here with the third base dugout. A lot of territory. Long single for Hernandez down the left field line. Good job by Newsom, hustling to the ball, holding Hernandez to a single. Fourth Hornet hit of the afternoon. And Hernandez in foul territory, kind of walking it off, not sure if he injured himself making the turn. Having conversation with Drew Clark, coaching down in the first base box as Hunter Allen steps in. Allen walked in the second inning. Hit foul out of play, strike one. 4-0, Hornets in front. As we've now scored in 7 consecutive innings dating back to yesterday's game. We scored in the 4th through 7th innings. Now we've scored at least 1 run in the first 3 innings so far today. That ball low and outside. Count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. As the Hornets have taken advantage of poor defense by Jackson State to add a run here in the 4th, as the pitch misses high to Allen. 2 balls and a strike. We'll head home following today's game, back in action Tuesday at Sanford. 6 p.m. game. We'll be on with you with the pregame show at 5:45, presented by American Lou Fast here on the ASU Hornet Sports Network. As Allen hits that one down the line, out of play. Deuces wild here in inning number 3. Hornets lead 4-0. Hernandez short lead from first base. The 2-2 pitch to Allen. Hit into left field, and it will drop in for a hit. Hernandez will stop at second base. 2 on with 2 out. For shortstop, Eric White. Hit into a fielder's choice and scored in the second. Be a great time here for Eric to get his first hit of the weekend. Hornets up 4-0, looking to extend here with 2 outs. As White takes high, ball 1. White has started every game this season for the Hornets. Up until Friday night, has started every game at second base. As White swings and misses at that pitch, 1-1 to count. And just on a hunch, during Tuesday's game versus South Alabama, head coach Ray Melendez swapped White and Prelude. White now playing shortstop, Prelude playing second. Worked out tremendously well in that game from a defensive standpoint, as each player made some sterling plays in the field and made the start at shortstop and second respectively. White and Prelude have this weekend, as White went down the line to have a conversation with Ray Melendez. Now back in the box, fouls it off. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hernandez leads from second. Allen leads from first. The 1-2. Hit down the right field line, curling foul out of play. Count remains 1-2. Hornets looking to improve to 15-0 in conference play, already the best start by the Hornets since joining the SWAC in 1982. Fouled off as White, staying alive, had a good rip at that one. Count remains 1-2. Of course, we open conference play with a 3-game home sweep of Jackson State. Also, conference home sweeps of Mississippi Valley and Alcorn State. 3-game sweep at Alabama A&M last weekend, trying to do the same here at Jackson before Tuesday's game at Sanford. As White fouls off again, good battle between Wilson and White. As the next pitch will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. After Tuesday's game, we'll be off next weekend. No baseball next weekend. Then back in action on the 19th at Auburn before a 3-game series at Mississippi Valley State. When it's back at home, April 26th versus Jacksonville State. 6 p.m. game at the Wheeler-Watkins Baseball Complex. Just 5 home games remaining in the 2016 season. Hope you'll join us at the Wheeler-Watkins Baseball Complex as White fouls it off again. Good battle by the freshman, fighting off some tough pitches from Wilson. Next pitch by Jamal Wilson will be his 72nd of the game here in the third. Ground ball, base hit through the left side. Hernandez around third. Throw home will not be in time as the Hornets lead 5-0 on the RBI single by Eric White. Allen stops at second base. RBI number 29 for White. And that will bring Jackson State head coach Omar Johnson from the first base dugout as the Hornets with a 5-0 lead here in the third inning. Trying to leave no doubt, without any question or hesitation, who the best team in SWAC baseball is. That's coming into the 2016 season. These teams have played 26 times over the past 4 seasons. Each team had won 13. We're 7-5 here in Jackson. And whipping up here at Bradley Field. Johnson will not make a pitching change. Wilson will stay in as Oscar Prayerloo steps in for the Hornets. Oscar walked in the second, has now been on base in 8 consecutive games. Allen on second, White on first base, 2 in the inning for the Hornets, who lead 5-0. Prayerloo takes a strike on the inside corner, 0-1 the count. The 0-1 from Wilson. Ground ball right side. Williams has it, throws the first to retire the side. But the Hornets add 2 runs. On 3 hits, 2 Jackson State errors, 2 Hornets left on base. We head to the home half of the third inning. Alabama State 5, Jackson State nothing. Here on the ASU Hornets Sports Network.
Your mother, your father, your husband, uncle, aunt, son.
Learn FAST, F-A-S-T, the sudden signs of a stroke. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. You could save
your friend, teacher, boss.
So learn FAST, then pass it on, because you never know who might save you.
Your wife, your car.
Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org, brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Bottom of the third inning. Hornets leading Jackson State by a score of 5-0. Taking a quick look at some of the SWAC scores from over the weekend. Texas Southern at Prairie View, those 2 teams that split the first 2 games. Rubber game today at Prairie View. Grambling going for the sweep at Southern after winning first two games on Friday and Saturday night. As Jalen Bledsoe takes high ball one, leading off the Jackson State third. 27 pitches for McIntosh. First two innings, 17 have been strikes. Fouled off out of play, count even at the ball and the strike. Non-conference action, Arkansas Pine Bluff taking two from Alabama A&M. Surprisingly low scores. That series played in Pine Bluff, of course, as Hunter Allen goes out to the mound to have a quick conversation with Hunter McIntosh. Only divisional games count in the SWAC standings. As Alabama State in firm control in the East. In the West, a much different story. Grambling State right now has moved into sole possession of first place at 10-4. That pitch misses high, 2 balls and the strike. Arkansas Pine Bluff out of conference this weekend. Texas Southern, defending conference champs, 8-6. Little flare hit on the left side. Hernandez drifts back and makes the catch for out number one. Again, Texas Southern splitting the first two with Prairie View. Panthers 4-9. In fourth place, 1 game ahead of Southern. Jaguars 3-10. Of course, the top four in each division will advance to the 2016 SWAC Baseball Tournament beginning May 18th in New Orleans at Wesley Barrow Stadium. As Copeland is hit by the first pitch for McIntosh. He'll trot down the first base with one down for left fielder C.J. Newsom, who lined out to second in the first. Alcorn State 4-6. Taking on Valley this weekend. A&M 3-8 in fourth place, 2 games ahead in the loss column over Valley. Devils 2-10 will be our next conference opponent as we travel back to Mississippi for a series in the Delta as Newsom takes low, ball 1 ball, no strikes. Hornets firmly in control in the East. That pitch line foul out the plate down the right side. Count moves to 1-1. Of course, it's a cross-divisional bracket for the tournament. The Hornets would face the fourth-place team in the West, and the second-place team from the West and the third-place team in the East will be on our side of the bracket. Right now, that'd be Alcorn State and Arkansas Pine Bluff. We've not faced the Golden Lions in the Murray Melendez errors. That pitch lands into left center, 4-base hit over the head of White. 2 on, 1 out for the Tigers here in the third. As catcher Carlos Diaz steps in, he doubled off the wall in the first inning. McIntosh looking for a double play grounder here in the third. 5-0, Hornets in front. First pitch to Diaz. Over for a strike, good fastball from Hunter. 0-1 to count. Of course, the chatter when the Hornets and Tigers get together, regardless of sport, always entertaining. And that's certainly the case here at Brady Field. Two best teams in SWAC baseball dueling once again here in Jackson. Pitch misses low, 1-1 to count. Nice backhand stab by Hunter Allen. Keeping the ball in front, not allowing the runners to advance. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Here in the third, that's Copeland leads from second. Newsom leads from first. Not being held on McIntosh with the sign, fires home. This is low in the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Again, good job by Allen. Took that one off the chest protector. 2-1 to count. Have to be careful here. You want to be careful with Diaz to try to retire him with Santana on deck. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch from McIntosh. Curveball hit into left field. Will drop in for a base hit. Copeland around third. He will score the Tigers' first run of the afternoon. Newsom stops at second. RBI single for Diaz. As Jesus Santana steps in. And you can more so pitch around him with 1 runner on base. We'll see how the Hornets play it here with 2 Tigers on here in the third. Tigers on the board, trailing 5-1. Santana struck out swinging in the first. Runners not being held on as McIntosh wheels the second. Newsom dives back in safely. So very important at bat here with Santana at the dish. Curveball over for a strike, 0-1 to count. Santana with a pair of grand slams last weekend at Valley, the reigning conference player of the week. 9 home runs with 37 driven in this season. Popped up on the left side. White running toward the line, and it lands, but Cooper will throw to third base for the unconventional 7-5 force out. As Cooper playing deep in left field, White running a long way from the shortstop position, could not get there. Will go as the fielder's choice, 7-5 on the put out, 2 down in the inning. And the runners had the hole. Not sure if Cooper or White could get there. So a fielder's choice in the books for Santana. 2 on, but now 2 out. It's in the fielder Tony Holton, who struck out swinging in the second. Breaking ball misses low, ball 1. (5-1), Hornets in front. McIntosh looking for the final out here in the third. Low just off the plate. 2-0 to count. Holton has driven in 3 runs this weekend for the Tigers. As the wind picks up here at Brady Field. Strike 1, good pitch on the lower half of the outside portion of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Diaz leads from second. Santana leads from first, not being held by the Hornet defense. And Cooper playing deep in left field. Again, wind blowing out from right to left at about 25 with the wind gusts. That pitch hit foul out of the plate down the right side. Deuce is loose here in the third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 on for the Tigers. Jay State with 1 run scored in the inning. Hornets in front by a score of 5-1. 2-2 for McIntosh. Low off the plate, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And with 2 outs, Diaz and Santana will be on the move with the pitch. McIntosh with a sign that he likes, but time called as Holton will step out. And now back in the box. Full count with 2 down in the third. The payoff pitch. Line, 1 hop of the prelude, who fielded it but could not make the throw to second base, to run the third base in time on the unconventional 4-2-5 put out to retire the side after 3. Alabama State 5 and Jackson State 1 here on the ASU Hornets Sports Network.
We supply over 44,000 square miles of Alabama with electricity every day. We're there no matter what because our state needs us. And more importantly, you need it. We're dedicated to keeping your power flowing even in the face of extreme weather or even more extreme federal mandates. Dedication. That's how we bring power to Alabama. Alabama Power. Always on.
Top of the fourth inning, Alabama State leads Jackson State by a score of 5-1. And to recap the end of the inning, as Holton hit a two-hopper to Prelude at second base, got there cleanly, and then trying to make the exchange to throw the ball, could not get it cleanly. Diaz made a big turnaround third base. Prelude threw home to Allen. Allen tried to strike to Hernandez, who applied the tag on the 4-2-5 putout to end the inning. As Jamil Pagan lifts one foul out of play, strike one, to lead off the Hornet fourth. Pagan was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. RBI single in the second, hitting .338 on the season. Father straight back. Yamil behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Pagan, Amion Ocasio due up for the Hornets here in the fourth. Alabama State in front by a score 5-1. Hit by the play. Count remains 0-2. Yes, we thank you for spending part of your Sunday afternoon with us here on the ASU Hornet Sports Network. Just past the top of the hour here in Jackson. That pitch low and outside, 1-2 the count. Of course, the ASU Hornet Sports Network brought to you and is powered by Alabama State University. Opportunity is here. To learn more, visit www.alasu.edu. 2-2 the count to Yamil Pagan. Swing the miss. Takes the fastball high out of the zone for the first out in the fourth inning. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Jamal Wilson. DeAndre Amion is 1 for 2. Doubled and scored in the first, hitting to a fielder's choice in the second. Hitting .326 on the season. First pitch low and inside, ball 1. On pitch number 81 from Wilson. Low and inside, 2 balls, no strikes. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Alabama State. 1 run, 4 hits, 3 Jackson State errors. That pitch over for a strike on the inside portion of the plate. Count moves to 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Big hole in right center for Amion. Takes inside ball 4 as Amion draws a 5-pitch walk with 1 down here in the fourth. Center fielder Carlos Ocasio is 1 for 2 today. RBI single in the first and struck out swinging in the third. Amion 1 for 3 in steal attempts this season. Not the base stealer that older brother Richard is, but a very good base runner nonetheless, as Ocasio faked the bunt, pulled back, and took strike 1 from Wilson, 0-1 the count. Ocasio hit home run number 10 on yesterday, a 3-run shot in the fifth. Had a home run, cut it that one, fouled it straight back. Behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Wind continues to whip here at Bradley Field. The 0-2. Swing and miss. Ocasio goes down swinging for the second straight at bat. 2 down in the inning. More strikeout for Wilson. As Dylan Cooper steps in the box for the Hornets. Cooper popped out to short in the first. Reached on an error in the third. And later scored. Batting .292 on the season. Line right to Holton make that Watson at third to retire the side. For the Hornets, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Hornets lead by a score of 5-1 here on the ASU Hornets Sports Network.
The wheels of progress haven't been very active lately. But because of business people like you, things are beginning to get rolling. And Region is here to help, making it easier with the expertise and service to keep those wheels turning. From business loans to succession planning, we want to be your partner moving forward. So switch to Region, and let's get going together.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Hornets lead by a score of 5-1. As Bryce Brown will lead off for Jackson State. Brown, Williams, Watson due up in the Tiger fourth. First pitcher McIntosh misses high. Ball 1. $20 pitches in the third for McIntosh. 47 for the game as that pitch over for a strike. Count moves to 1-1. Pitch number 50 for McIntosh is a strike as Brown could not check his swing. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 offering from McIntosh. Line foul down the right field line. And we'll do it again at 1-2. McIntosh has allowed 4 hits, 1 run, has walked none, and struck out 2. Going for win number 5 on the season. This is low. Count moves to 2-2. McIntosh is senior from Columbus, Indiana. 2-2. Breaking ball did not go around, says home plate umpire Jeremy Hayes. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. A warm, windy day here in Jackson, Mississippi. Hornets in front by a score, 5-1. Popped up out of play. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Hit foul to play once again. Good battle between McIntosh and Brown. Right fielder will reset now. Is back in the box. Awaits another payoff pitch from McIntosh. Brown ball up the middle. Gets through for a base hit. Past the diving prelude on the second base bag of second. Leadoff single for the Tigers. Second straight inning. Leadoff batter has reached for Jackson State. Second baseman Bryce Williams grounded out third in the second. Brown leads from first. Not going. First pitch misses low and outside. Ball one. As Allen goes out to the mound to have a conversation with Hunter McIntosh. Brown, the top base stealing threat for Jackson State, 13 of 14 this season. So the mound meeting is over. Everyone is back in their positions. 1-0 the count. As McIntosh throws over, keeping Brown close to the bag. The 1-0 pitch from McIntosh. Fly ball left center field. Cooper drifting back. He is there and makes the catch for out number one. Brown tagging and will advance to second base. The ball hit a long way as Cooper made the catch shy of the warning track. Brown has good speed, advanced to second. On the flyout, one down in the inning for the third baseman, Mark Watson, who grounded out to short in the second. Ground ball foul into the Hornet dugout, strike one. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Alabama State. 1, 5, and 3 for Jackson State. As 3 of the 5 Hornet runs scored have been unearned. Swing and a miss as McIntosh throws pitch number 60 past Watson. Ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Foul straight back. Count remains 0-2. Another 0-2 offering from McIntosh. Fastball misses high, ball one. One and 2 to count. One down here in the fourth. Breaking ball misses high. Count moves to 2-2. As the chatter from the Jackson State dugout starts to pick up, Tigers trying to will themselves back into this game, trailing 5-1 in the fourth. Line down the right field line. Foul ball. Just fouled down the right field line. Just fouled down the right field line. Count remains 2-2. And it didn't miss by much. Fouled by perhaps no more than a foot down the right field line. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat for McIntosh facing Watson. Another 2-2. Hit foul to play once again. And we'll do it again at 2-2 with one down in the fourth. Brown on second. After a single and move to second on the flyout. So another 2-2 offering. McIntosh with the sign. Checks Brown at second and fires home. Swing and miss. As McIntosh gets him on the curveball, 2 down in the inning. Strikeout number 3 for McIntosh. Brings up the designated hitter, Jalen Bledsoe, who popped out to Hernandez at third in the third inning. Hitting from the left side versus the right-handed throwing McIntosh. Curveball misses low, ball one. Good job by Allen going low, keeping the ball in front, not giving up those extra bases via wild pitches and pass ball. Often the overlooked portion of defense. That one fouled straight back. Count moves to 1-1. Two down in the Jackson State fourth. Hornets in front by a score of 5-1. Curveball a beauty, over for strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McIntosh looking for the out pitch to end the fourth. As Brown leaves from second, being guarded by Prelude. Ground ball left side, little number off the end of the bat. Hernandez has it, throw the first in time. As Ray made it look easy to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Through 4, Alabama State 5. Jackson State 1 here on the ASU Hornet Sports Network.
This ASU Hornet Sports production is brought to you by American Lube Bar, Alabama Power, Coca-Cola, Golden Corral, Golden Flake, Honey Baked Ham, Metro PCS, and Regents Bank. Support the team that supports your Hornets. ASU Hornet Sports production. Alabama State University Athletics is the program of champions.
Top of the fifth, Hornets in front, 5-1. Long drive by 5-6, deep to left field, going back at the wall. It's gone. Home run, Chris 5-6. His first of the season as the Hornets now lead 6-1. First pitch swinging. 5-6 hit out to left as the Hornets extend to a 6-1 lead. And 5-6 hearing it from his teammates in the dugout. And now umpires trying to gain control of the game. A lot of chatter from the Jackson State dugout complaining to Tigers complaining to first base umpire Marshall Thomas. As the umpires will converge along the first base line. And we'll see if any warnings are issued as Hernandez and Diaz now having the conversation near the home plate circle. Santana's made his way down from first base. Again, a lot of emotion when these two teams get together, especially on the baseball diamond. Players know each other. Coaches often recruiting the same players. No love lost between these two teams. And the Hornets very emotional in the dugout after scoring. You have a chant that we do that just welcomes the guys coming in, not meant to taunt the opponent. And I can see, as head coach Maria Melendez, talking to our guys in our dugout along the third base line, making sure we do what we do, but do it with class and with respect to Alabama State University. Very important to head coach Maria Melendez, as it is to all of our coaches at Alabama State. As Hernandez steps in the box, gets a little flare on the infield. The short throw across the diamond is in time for out number 1. And Hernandez running a little gimpy. I think he injured himself in an early at-bat. did not have the burst he normally has down the line, one down in the inning. For catcher Hunter Allen. Allen walked in the second and singled in the third. First pitch over for a strike, 0-1 the count. 6-1, Hornets in front. After the home run by Bosick, ground by the third off the chest of Watson. Corrals throws to first base in time for out number 2. Nice recovery by Watson at third. He's committed a pair of errors here today. Took that one off the chest. Got it back, threw a strike across the diamond to first for out number 2. Shortstop Eric White is 1 for 2, hitting to a fielder's choice and scored in the second. RBI single in the third. Takes the fastball, strike one on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. That one fouled off as White behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. One is going for the series and season sweep of the Tigers. Hit down the right into right field, but catch made by Brown to retire the side. But the Hornets add 1 on the home run by Bosick as we head to the home half of the fifth. Alabama State 6, Jackson State 1 here on the ASU Hornet Sports Network.
Hornets Nation, when there's action on the diamond, there's only one thing sweeter than the sound of a home run. Golden Flake Sweet Heat Barbecue Potato Chips and our new Golden Flake Tangy Pickle Barbecue and Buffalo Ranch Potato Chips. So open up a bag today and make the break to your favorite store. Buy a bag of Golden Flake and enjoy the home run crunch of a delicious Golden Flake snack. Golden Flake, the official chip of all home runs. Golden Flake, support the team that supports your Hornets.
Bottom of the fifth, first pitch grounded to Hernandez at third, who throws out Copeland for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out in the Tiger fifth. "23 pitches for McIntosh in the fourth. That pitch on the 1 pitch, 1 out to Copeland. Pitch number 71 of the game. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1 to count. Newsom 1 for 2, lined out to second in the first, singled in the third. Swing and miss, and now Newsom behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. McIntosh has allowed 5 hits and 1 run. Perhaps the most important stat, no walks, and has struck out 3. The 0-2. Fastball misses high, ball 1. Pitch number 75 from McIntosh. Third ball, he went around, says home plate umpire Jeremy Hayes for strike 3, 2 down in the inning. Strikeout number 4 for McIntosh. Catcher Carlos Diaz is 2 for 2 today. Doubled in the first, RBI single in the third to score Copeland with the only Tiger run to this point. Fastball over for a strike, 0-1 to count. Two big things with pitching, starting with strike one and not walking hitters. You will win a lot of ball games by doing those two things consistently well as Diaz lines one foul out of the plate. Count moves to no balls and 2 strikes. McIntosh with the new baseball. We play here in the fifth. 6-1 Hornet lead. The 0-2 pitch to Diaz. Fastball outside. 1-2 the count. One-two offering. Hit into left center field. Ocasio on the run makes the catch just in front of Cooper for out number 2. And fortunately, no one injured on that play. Both players running for the ball, either officially called for it, and they retired the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers in the fifth. We head to the sixth. 6-1 Hornet lead on the ASU Hornet Sports Network.
American Lube Band is proud to promote the Hornet Pride Rewards Program. Visit any of more than 50 American Lube Bass locations in Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, or Florida and say Hornet Pride. You'll receive a discount on your vehicle service with American Lube Bass with contribution to the Hornet aspect. American Lube Bass. Support the team that supports your Hornet.
Top of the sixth inning here in Jackson. Hornets in front by a score of 6-1. Special thanks to Wesley Pearson, Janae Jones, the Jackson State Media Relations staff for our broadcast accommodations here at Bradley Field. It's been a windy weekend, the tent helping to keep the broadcast and computer equipment cool here in Jackson. Special thanks to them as Oscar Prelude takes ball 1 to begin the Hornets sixth. Strike one on the outside corner. Count moves to 1-1. Oscar's 0 for 1 officially in the game. Walks in the second. Grounded out to second in the third. Swing and a miss. Prelude behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Prelude, Pagan, Amion. 9-1-2 hitters due up for Alabama State here in the sixth. I'll straight back. As Wilson took a little bit off that pitch. Pitch number 100. 66 have gone for strikes as we play here in the sixth. Breaking ball outside. Count moves to 2-2. Swing and miss. Good fastball from Wilson. Blows it by Prelude. 1 down in the Hornet sixth. Don't forget ASU football. Season tickets on sale now. You can buy online, buy visiting BamaStateSports.com/tickets. Black and Gold Spring Game, Saturday, April 23rd at 11 a.m. at the new ASU Stadium prior to the softball doubleheader at 1 p.m. versus Valley. As Pagan takes the first 2 pitches, both going for strikes. DeMille behind the count, no balls, and 2 strikes. Wilson working quickly. Delivers the 0-2. Fastball foul straight back. Count remains 0-2. Pagan is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Hit by a pitch and scored in the first. RBI single in the second. Struck out swinging in the fourth. Another 0-2. Takes high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and miss. As the fastball gets by for gone. 2 down in the inning. As the wind continues to make its presence felt here at Bradley Field in Jackson. Broadcast tent holding on so far as Amion steps in. DeAndre 1 for 2 with the run scored. Takes low, ball 1. Low and inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Amion hitting .326 on the season. This misses low, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Amion doubled off the wall in left center in the first and later scored into a fielder's choice in the second and walked in the fourth. Ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. Call strike 1, taking all the way. Count moves to 3-1. To be reached, Carlos Ocasio would hit for the Hornets. Going outside, ball 4. Amion walks for the second straight at bat to bring up Ocasio, who's 1 for 3 today. RBI single in the first, struck out swinging in the third and in the fourth. As Wilson has allowed 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, and has spanned 6 through 5 2/3 innings. Ocasio filed a straight back, strike 1. And Wilson kind of just letting that fastball rip right now. If he throws one in the zone, Ocasio should be able to do damage. Breaking ball hit out of play. Pulled the string that time on Carlos, expecting fastball. Now behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. 10 home runs on the season to lead the Southwestern Athletic Conference. 1 ahead of Jesus Santana of Jackson State, 3 ahead of teammate Ray Hernandez of the Hornets, who has hit 7. 2 homers so far in the series. Ocasio, a 3-run homer yesterday. Biosic, a solo shot in the 5th. Another 0-2. Fastball outside, 1-2 to count. Hornets back in action Tuesday at Sanford. Looking for the Birmingham alumni in 205 to come out to support Hornets baseball. 6 p.m. first pitch. We'll be on with you at 5:45 with Hornets pregame. Presented by American Lube Fast. That pitch fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Special thanks to all of our Hornet partners in support of your Alabama State student athletes. Popped up on the infield. Second baseman Williams is under it and makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's Alabama State 6 and Jackson State 1 here on the ASU Hornet Sports Network.
Honey Baked Ham is a proud supporter of Alabama State University and the Montgomery community. Honey Baked Ham, celebrating life 1 meal at a time. Stop by for lunch daily or let them cater your next big event. Tell them you heard the Honey Baked Ham ad on an ASU broadcast or game and receive 50% off your meal. They're located on East South Boulevard, just south of Troy Highway. Honey Baked Ham. Support the team that supports your Hornets. Bottom of the 6th here in Jackson.
Hornets lead by a score of 6-1. Santana, Holton, and Brown due up against Hunter McIntosh, who threw only 9 pitches in the 5th inning. Pitch number 80, fouled off by Santana, strike 1. Jesus is 0 for 2 today. Struck out swinging in the first, hit into a fielder's choice in the third, in which hit the ball down the left field line, which landed in fair territory. Runners had to hold on first and second. Ended up being a 7-5 fielder's choice force out. As the foul ball hit just out of play. Santana behind in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez gave the chase from his third base position. Again, the wind blowing out from right to left here today. And blew that ball just out of reach of Hernandez along the third base line. Pardon me, near the Alabama State dugout. The 0-2 pitch. This is low, ball 1. One ball and 2 strikes here in the home half of the 6th inning. Curveball swung and missed by Santana. Strike 3, 1 down in the inning. Strikeout number 5 for McIntosh. And Santana has fanned for the second time today. Center fielder Tony Holton is also 0 for 2. He struck out swinging in the second, into a fielder's choice in the third. On the play in which left fielder Newsom made a wide turn. Actually, Diaz made a wide turn and was thrown out on a 4-2-5 putout to end the inning. 1 ball, no strikes. This is low. Count moves to 2-0. And what a luxury it is for head coach Marvel Melendez, knowing he can count on his full weekend of starting pitchers to give you at least 6 quality innings in pretty much every outing this season, particularly in conference play. The 2-0. This is low. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 offering. Misses low, ball 4 as Holton draws a 4-pitch walk with 1 down in the 6th. As McIntosh moved into the weekend rotation, initially versus Winthrop. Actually got the win in relief versus Winthrop, but then got the start against Jackson State. On the first Sunday of conference play and has been in the weekend rotation as a starter ever since. First pitch to Bryce Brown. Breaking ball misses high, ball 1. 5 straight balls thrown by McIntosh. (6-1) Hornets in front, bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0. Low and outside. Count moves to 2-0. As head coach Marvel Melendez will make the walk to the mound to have a conversation with McIntosh. That walk to Holton, the first issue by McIntosh here today. And that's a huge key in the success of not only McIntosh, but this entire Hornet pitching staff. You can start with first pitch strikes and not walk hitters. Your chances of winning go way up. Conversation continues between Melendez and McIntosh. Keep a close listening ear by catcher Hunter Allen. After some words of encouragement as the bullpen will get into action In our view block of the bullpen, can't tell who will be warming up for Alabama State, but there is activity in the bullpen down the left field line. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 down here in the 6th. As Holton leads from first base, Hornet leads 6-1. Call strike 1. Good pitch by McIntosh on pitch number 90 of the afternoon. 2-1 to count. 55 strikes, 45 balls for McIntosh. The 2-1. Misses low, 3 balls, 1 strike. Holton leads from first. Brown awaits the 3-1 pitch. Misses low, ball 4, 2 on, 1 out in the Jackson State 6th. Brings up second baseman Bryce Williams. Grounded out to third in the 2nd. Slide to the left in the 4th. Number 7 hitter in the Jackson State lineup. No home runs, 18 driven in this season. Back-to-back walks issued by McIntosh. Hit foul to play, strike 1. We'll take that good aggressive swing by Williams. Perhaps give McIntosh some confidence throwing a first pitch strike. 0-1 to count, 1 down in the 6th. Hornets lead 6-1. Infield at double play depth. Hit foul to play once again down the right side. Great effort by 5-6 trying to leap and snagging out near the Jackson State bullpen. Took the padding off the top of the fence. Saw the padding come off yesterday on the hit by the Hornets. Was repaired, and Tiger players in the dugout will fix the padding back on top down the first base line. No balls, 2 strikes. The second baseman, Bryce Williams. As Holton leads from second, Brown leads from first. McIntosh with the sign that he likes. Checks the runners. Delivers the 0-2. Ground ball to second. Over to the bag for 1. Over the first. Double play. 4-6-3. Double play to retire the side. For Jackson State. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Through 6. It's Alabama State 6 and Jackson State 1 here on the ASU Hornet Sports Network.
Golden Corral is a proud partner of Alabama State University and the Montgomery community. At Golden Corral, you can always enjoy food that is hot, fresh, and ready. But now, you can enjoy breakfast at any time on the lunch or dinner buffet. And for just $2.99, get a to-go box with the purchase of an adult buffet. Golden Corral is located on Eastern Boulevard, just south of I-85. Golden Corral, support the team that supports your Hornets.
Top of the 7th inning. Here from Brady Field in Jackson. Hornets lead by a score of 6-1. Dylan Cooper, Chris Bosick, Ray Hernandez to hit here in the 7th as Cooper grounds the first pitch to the left side for a base hit. Hit number 8 for the Hornets. Brings up Bosick, who homered on the first pitch of the 5th inning to give the Hornets a 6-1 lead. That is first homer of the season. Bosick with 3 RBI here today. Fastball misses high, ball 1. Cooper leads from first base. Hornets trying to extend the 6-1 lead here at the 7th. Bosick takes high and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Wilson that's gone the distance for Jackson State misses high. 3-0 to count. That pitch number 121 for Wilson. Hernandez on deck. Bosick taking all the way, looks at a strike. Count moves to 3-1. Hornets now just 9 outs away from the series and regular season sweep as Bosick takes strike 2 on the outside corner. Count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Home run by Bosick, 35th by the Hornets this season. That one driven in the deep center. But Holton is there, makes the catch for out number 1. Third baseman Ray Hernandez is 1 for 3 in the ballgame. Struck out swinging in the first, singled and scored in the third, rather out to short in the 5th. Hitting .279 on the season. Cooper, moderate lead from first. Hernandez pops it up in the foul territory near the Hornet dugout and will land on the roof, strike 1. That pitch number 125 for Wilson, 81, have been strikes. He's allowed 8 hits, 6 runs, 3 of them earned, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Wind has been gusty throughout the day here at Bradley Field. Long fly ball, deep to left field. Forget about it. Home run, Ray Hernandez. And the Hornets now lead 8-1. Threw Ray a fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it as the Hornets extend to an 8-1 lead. 8th home run of the season for Hernandez. RBI 34 and 35 on the season for Hernandez. 3 homers on the weekend for Alabama State. As Allen grounds one foul into the Hornet dugout, strike 1. The 0-1. Mrs. Lowe, count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. 8-1, Hornets in front here in the 7th. After the 2-run homer by Hernandez, Allen lines a single in the left field. His second hit of the afternoon and hit number 10 for Alabama State, and that may be all for Jackson State starter Jamal Wilson. Lamar Johnson has made his way to the mound. Making a long look to the bullpen. That will be all for Wilson. We'll tell you who the new Jackson State pitcher is when we come back on this lead 8-1 here on the ASU Hornets Sports Network. Now pitching for Jackson State, right-hander number 22, Jesse Anderson. Anderson now pitching for the Tigers. A 6'3", 195-pound junior from Ontario, Canada. Now pitching for the Tigers, making his 11th appearance of the season. Off from the bullpen, 0-1 record, 6.23 earned run average. Second baseman Eric White steps in with Allen on first here in the 7th. Takes outside, ball 1. 1 down here in the Alabama State 7th. Hornets lead 8-1 after the 2-run homer by Ray Hernandez. The 1-0. Misses high, 2 balls, no strikes. White is 1 for 3 today with the run scored. Hit to a fielder's choice and scored in the 2nd. RBI single in the 3rd, fly to right in the 4th. He awaits the 2-0 pitch. Outside, ball 3, 3 balls, no strikes. Oscar Prelude on deck for the Hornets. Looking for win number 23 on the season. And 15-0 in conference play as White draws a 4-pitch walk, moving Allen down to second base. Prelude walked in the 2nd, grounded out to second in the 3rd, struck out swinging in the 6th. He's 0 for 2 today, but has been on base now 8 straight games for the Hornets. He'll continue to hit from the left side versus the right-hander, Anderson. Allen leads from second. White leads from first. Tiger infield in at the corners as Prelude takes low and inside, ball 1. 5 straight balls from Anderson, then entering the game in relief of Tiger starter Jamal Wilson. The 1-0. Fastball misses high, 2 balls, no strikes. An 8-1 lead for the Hornets, going for the series and regular season sweep of Jackson State. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Count moves to 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Anderson with the sign. Checks the runners and fires home. Strike 2 on the inside corner. Prelude facing a 2-ball, 2-strike count. 1 down here in the 7th. Looking to extend an 8-1 lead. Now Anderson steps off the rubber. Now back in place for the Tigers as Allen leads from second. White leads from first. The 2-2. Foul straight back. Good rip by Prelude. Just missed it. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Hornets looking to make it 7 straight over Jackson State, dating back to last season. Hit foul of play down on the left side. Count remains 2-2. First series of the second half of conference play. Hornets looking to improve to 15-0 with 9 games remaining. Call strike 3 on the inside corner. 2 down in the inning. First strikeout for Anderson. And the 7th for Tiger pitching here today. Top of the order, right fielder Yamil Pagan. 1 for 3 today. Struck out in his last 2 at-bats after an RBI single in the 2nd was hit by a pitch and scored in the 1st. Takes a strike from Anderson, 0-1 to count. And Pagan will make the walk down the line and have a conversation with the head coach, Maribel Melendez. Now Pagan will walk back to the box. Hitting .333 on the season with a preseason first-team all-conference selection at second base. Has started the majority of 2016 in right field. Has made occasional starts at first base, showing the versatility of this Hornet lineup. The 0-1 to Pagan. Curveball line foul, past third. And Yamil behind in the count, no balls, and 2 strikes. It's been a warm, windy day throughout here in Jackson. Hornets have not trailed. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fifth, and 2 here in the seventh to lead 8-1. Low and outside. Count now 1 and 2. As Jackson State scored its lone run in the third inning. Eight runs, 10 hits, no errors for Alabama State. 1, 5, and 3 for Jackson State. Swing and miss. Pagan goes down swinging. That will retire the side. With 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. 7th inning stretch time here at Bradley Field in Jackson. Alabama State 8, Jackson State 1 here on the ASU Hornets Sports Network. Now pitching for Alabama State, right-hander number 7, Austin Bizzle. Bizzle making his second appearance of the weekend this season. He is 1-2 with a 4.72 earned run average, making his 14th appearance from the bullpen and 16th overall in 34.1 innings pitched. Has allowed 33 hits, 23 runs, 18 earned with 15 walks and 38 strikeouts. Pitched the final 2 innings of Friday's win over the Tigers. As Watson takes ball 1 in the Tigers 7th. Pitch inside, 2-0 the count. Bizzle pitched the 9th, allowed 1 hit, 2 runs, both coming on balks with the bases loaded. That pitch over for a strike, 2-1 the count. Walked 2 hitters, but did strike out the side and striking out 3. Throwing 34 pitches, 18 for strikes. That pitch inside kind of moves to 3-1. We can close the book on another strong outing for Hunter McIntosh. He went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits for 1 run, walked 2, and struck out 5. That's why it's that one foul past third. Count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. $95 pitches for McIntosh, 58 went for strike. As Watson draws a leadoff walk here in the 7th. and not the way you want to start coming out of the bullpen as a reliever. And while we lead 8-1, don't want to get comfortable with any lead, especially against a potent Jackson State offense. Designated hitter Jalen Bledsoe is 0 for 2 today. Popped out to third in the third, grounded out to third in the fourth. Takes a strike from Bizzle, 0-1 to count. And now Hernandez will go out to have a word with Bizzle. Hornet pitching has been dominant, particularly with the starters. Camacho allowed 2 runs in the first, and that was all until the ninth. Ground ball right side gets past a diving prelude into right. 4-base hit. 2 on, none out for the Tigers in the 7th. All 4 of the Tiger runs yesterday coming in the 7th inning. And just 1 run as we play here in the 6th, in the 7th, pardon me, that coming in the 3rd inning. 2 on, none out. Important to get it out here, top of the order. Shortstop Cornelius Copeland, who's 0 for 2 with the run scored, lined out to first in the first, hit by a pitch and scored in the 3rd, grounded out to 3rd in the 5th. Takes low and outside, ball 1. You need to stem the momentum here. Yes, we're up 7, but top of the order, this Jackson State lineup very potent. Fly ball to right. Pagan is there, catches the sinking liner, for out number 1, as the wind just knocked that one down. Pagan had to run up several steps, caught that ball about knee high for out number 1. Left fielder C.J. Newsom is 1 for 3 today, lined out to second in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, struck out swinging in the 5th. Ground ball right side. Foul. Strike 1. As Hernandez had double play in mind and stepped on the bag at 3rd and threw across the diamond, would have been in time. When home plate umpire Jeremy Hayes ruled it foul. Strike 1. It's one of those situations where you could argue for a 4-man umpiring crew, as third base umpire Doug McClure is in the center of the infield behind the pitcher's mound near second base, being able to rule on plays at the bag as they curveball over for a strike. Bizzle ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Where the controversial call at home versus Jackson State in that Sunday game, and then hit one down the line, was called foul. As Newsom checks his swing, kind of moves to 1 and 2. It worked out from a standpoint that the Hornets won the game, but definitely a big play in that game as the ball was clearly fair, but called foul, no umpire on the line. As the third base umpire was behind the mound near second base. As Newsom missed that one foul, count remains 1 and 2. 1 down here in the 7th. Hornets lead 8-1. Another 1-2 offering from Bizzle. Swing and a miss. Newsom goes down swinging, 2 down in the inning. First strikeout for Bizzle, 6th strikeout for Hornet pitching this afternoon. Catcher Carlos Diaz is 2 for 3 with the run driven in. He doubled in the first. RBI single in the 3rd. Fly to center in the 5th. 2 on, but now 2 out. He bunts it back to Bizzle. Fields it cleanly. Fires a strike to first to retire the side. For Jackson State, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base through 7. It's Alabama State 8, Jackson State 1 on the ASU Hornet Sports Network.
We have a new player on the field, and he's going to try Coke Zero for the first time. And a snap. Ice giving him a little trouble as a few cubes shake loose. He's probably going to pour it here, and he does. The liquid cuts through an opening. That Coke Zero is looking pretty good. Can he go all the way? No, he's going for it. He did it. Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? Just listen to that spin. Oh, my. Thousands of bubbles jumping in excitement. That might have been the most refreshing thing that I've ever seen. Coke Zero. You don't know zero till you try.
Football's most exciting plays are the ones you never see coming. And when it comes to surprising your taste buds, trying an ice-cold Coke Zero always scores big. So before your next game, head down to your local grocery or convenience store to pick up an all-taste, zero-calorie game-changer of your own. Coke Zero. You don't know zero till you've tried it.
Top of the eighth here in Jackson. Hornets lead by a score of 8-1. Trying to go 15-0 in conference play. ASU softball currently 9-0 in SWAC play. We'll try to go 12-0 this upcoming weekend as they will host Lady Tigers of Jackson State 6 p.m. game Friday, 1 p.m. doubleheader Saturday at the Barbara Williams softball complex. You can watch Saturday's doubleheader live video stream courtesy of the SWAC digital network. Amion, Ocasio, and Cooper, 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for Alabama State here in the eighth. Amion is 1 for 2 with the run scored. Doubled and scored in the first, hit into a fielder's choice in the second, walked in the fourth, and in the sixth. Takes low ball 1, 1-0 to count. Anderson on in relief for Jackson State starter Jamal Wilson. Fastball misses high, 2 balls, no strikes. Close the book on Wilson, allowed 10 hits, 8 runs, 5 of them earned, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings. Fastball outside, ball 3, 3 balls, no strikes. Hornets lead 8-1 in the eighth. Looking for the season and regular season sweep of the Tigers as Amion draws a 4-pitch walk to lead off the eighth. Brings up Ocasio, who's 1 for 4. RBI single in the first. Struck out swinging in the third and in the fourth. Popped out to second in the sixth. Batting .326 on the season. Hit his conference-leading 10th home run, a 3-run shot in the 5th inning on yesterday. After the throw over the first base, first pitch from Anderson. Call strike 1 on the outside corner, 0-1 to count. Eight runs on 10 hits. No Alabama State errors. 1, 6, and 3 for Jackson State. Ground ball to third. Through the glove of Watson. Amy on the round second. He's digging for third. Ocasio at second base on the fielding error by Watson. It's been a tough series defensively for Watson. That is third error of the day. Made 2-on-1 play earlier in the game on the grounder off the glove of Cooper, who steps into the box. Off the glove of Watson in the foul territory, and Watson threw wildly to the right side of the infield. As Cooper hits with runners on second and third, with no one out, takes low, ball 1. Infield in at all 4 positions. Creates a lot of holes in the infield for Cooper. Fly ball is shallow center. Holton running in, and makes a running catch route number 1. And will score on the sac fly Amion will. Ocasio now at third, 9-1 on its lead on the sac fly by Cooper. As the throw went high and up the third base line, allowing Amion to score. Bosick has driven in 3 runs today. RBI ground out in the first, sac fly in the third, solo homer in the fifth, fly to center in the seventh. Hornet lead now 9-1. Strike one on the outside corner, 0-1 the count. And if Bosick can get a hold of one here, we'll bring the 10-run rule into effect. Fastball misses high, 1-1 the count. When it's won 7-4 Friday night, 15-4 in 7 innings yesterday, leading 9-1 here in the 8th. 1-1. Popped up on the infield in the foul territory. Santana trying to find it. Now drifting back in the fair territory, off his glove. And Bosick safe at first. Again, the wind playing havoc all day. Santana started in foul territory. Wind blew it back in the fair territory off the heel of his glove. When it's on the corners with one out on the error by Santana at first as Hernandez takes low, ball 1. Ocasio leads from third, Bosick from first. The 1-0 pitch to Hernandez. Ground ball, base hit down the left field line. Ocasio scores. Bosick will be waved home from third, and he will score without a throw. 2-run double by Hernandez, 11-1 on his lead. Hernandez now 3 for 5 with 4 driven in. And with the 10-run lead, the 10-run rule is in effect when it's now 3 outs away from winning as catcher Hunter Allen steps in. And Allen has had a good day at the plate, 2 for 3 this afternoon. Walked in the second, singled in the third, grounded out to third in the fifth, and singled in the seventh. Long fly ball down the left field line. It's fair, and it's gone. Home run, Hunter Allen, 13-1. Hornets pouring it on in Jackson. And the silence you hear tells the story. As the Hornets have added 5 here in the 8th. Still only 1 out. Amion walked to lead off the inning. Ocasio reached the error at third. Sac fly by Cooper scored Amion. Bosick reached on an error. 2-run double by Hernandez. 2-run homer by Hunter Allen. (13-1), Alabama State leads as Eric White steps in. White 1 for 3 today with the run scored and an RBI. As Omar Johnson makes his way from the Jackson State dugout. And that has been the potency of this team throughout the season. If my math is correct now, 37 home runs, 3 here today. That's Bosick with his first of the season. Hernandez, his home run number 8. Hunter Allen, his third of the season. And Anderson will stay in the game as Johnson makes his way back to the Jackson State dugout. Eric White back in the box and will hit for the Hornets. First pitch from Anderson. Call strike one on the inside corner. 0-1 the count. Curveball misses low. 1-1 the count. The Hornets have been patient throughout the weekend, taking advantage of Jackson State mistakes as the fastball misses high. 2-1 to count. 5 errors this afternoon for Jackson State. Still just one down in the inning. White pops it up on the infield. Diaz trying to find it. He's running under it and cannot make the catch. It falls harmlessly for a strike. 2-2 the count. And that ball started behind home plate in the circle and blew nearly halfway down the third base line. Wind gusts have been in excess of 25 miles per hour. And have had a definite effect defensively against Jackson State. 2-2 the count. Anderson with the sign. White digs in, looking for hit number 2 on the day. Breaking ball inside. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Eric White. Popped up on the right side of the infield this time. Santana is under it. Makes the catch for out number 2. Oscar Prelude is 0 for 3 today. Struck out looking in his last at bat. As Gustavo Rios has made his way to the on-deck circle and will hit should Prelude reach. Call strike one on the outside corner. 0-1 to count. Hornets with 5 in the 8th, leading 13-1 at a very quiet but windy Bradley Field in Jackson. As Prelude takes low, 1-1 to count. And remarkable what this team has accomplished to this point. We've talked about the broadcast, check swing foul, count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of newcomers at positions and key positions for this Alabama State team. Prelude is one of them. Started primarily at shortstop, moved to second base. This weekend, Eric White, who hit earlier, both White and Prelude true freshmen, as Prelude takes the ball. Deuces wild here in the 8th, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The impact of Carlos Ocasio, junior college transfer, leads the conference with 10 home runs. Chris Bostic, a returning player, first-team all-conference catcher, preseason defensive player of the year. Ray Hernandez is coming to his own as a full-time starter at third base. Hunter Allen, swinging a good bat now, providing versatility. He can catch behind the plate, moving Bostic to first base. And this team now 23-12 with the win here today as Prelude goes down swinging to retire the side. 5 runs, 2 hits, 2 Jackson State errors, none left on. We head to the bottom of the 8th. We're 3 outs away from the sweep, leading 13-1 on the ASU Hornets Sports Network. Defensive changes for Alabama State. Hunter Phillips now in right field. Gustavo Rios playing first base. And on the mound, right-hander number 15, Angel Alicia, on to get the final 3 outs versus the Tigers. Alicia started the season at shortstop and was dueling as a pitcher. After the first weekend, decided to focus solely on pitching. First pitch misses low, ball 1 to Jesus Santana. The 1-0. Fastball over for a strike, 1-1 to count. Santana 0 for 3 today. Struck out swinging in the first, hit into a fielder's choice in the third, struck out swinging in the sixth. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Alicia ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is 10th appearance out of the bullpen for Alicia. 1-0 record, no earned run average. Fastball misses high, 2-2 the count. An 8 1/3 innings pitch that allowed 6 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. 3 walks and 13 strikeouts. As we play here in the bottom of the 8th. 3 outs from victory. Fly ball down the left field line. And it will fall without being caught. Long run by Hernandez from third, Cooper from left. As the wind blowing that ball across the field. Blowing from right to left throughout the day for the first time this weekend after blowing from left to right in the first 2 contests. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here in the 8th, Hornets lead 13-1. Alicia working from the windup. Can't get on the same page with Allen, so Alicia steps off. Santana steps out. Now we'll be back in the box. One thing I will tell you with this sweep of Jackson State, I think we'll see them again in the tournament. That will file straight back. Count remains 2-2. I still believe the Tigers are the second best team in the conference right now behind Alabama State, with all due respect to the team in the SWAC's Western Division. Tigers should finish no worse than second in the East. Fastball inside, full count, 3-2. Tigers will be on the opposite side of the tournament bracket as the 2 seed. Hornets would face the 4 seed from the West. Second seed from the West would face the 3rd seed in the East. Right now, it's Arkansas Pine Bluff from the West. Alcorn State from the East. Shallow fly to left field. Hernandez drifts out, makes the catch for out number 1. Grambling leads the West right now. Ahead of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Texas Southern defending champs in 3rd. Prairie View in 4th. Southern in 5th place. Of course, in the East, Alcorn in 3rd, Alabama A&M 4th. Mississippi Valley State 5th. Our next conference series at Valley in 2 weeks. As Holton steps in for the Tigers. Takes strike 1 on the inside corner, 0-1 to count. Tigers have the offense, but the Hornet pitching, too dominant for Jackson State so far in the 6 games this season. Beautiful breaking ball from Alicia. Now ahead in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Hornets and Tigers came in 1-2 in 7 offensive categories coming into the weekend. Swing and a miss. Holton goes down swinging for out number 2. And we're 1 out away from completing the sweep. As right fielder Bryce Brown steps in. Brown 2 for 2 today. He had 2 of his 6 Tiger hits. Doubled in the 2nd, singled in the 4th. And just 3 extra base hits allowed by Hornet pitching this weekend. Strike one. 0-1 the count. Of course, if we see the Tigers again, based on that math, it would be for the SWAC Tournament Championship game. Tigers won 9-8 over the Hornets in 2014 in the title game, knocked us out of the SWAC Tournament last year with the 4-1 win in a Friday quarterfinal elimination game. As the count moves to 1-1. But the potency of the Tiger offense, we'll see what the West has to offer. Still a long way to go, a month left in the SWAC regular season. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One thing is certain. There's no doubt who the best team in SWAC baseball is right now, and that is your Alabama State Hornets. The 1-2 pitch from Alicia. Curveball, strike 3, ball game. Hornets win 13-1 in a dominant 3-game sweep of the Jackson State Tigers. 13 runs, 12 hits, no errors. As McIntosh gets the win, improves to 5-1 on the season. As Shamil Pagan went 1 for 4 with the run scored and the run driven in. Amion went 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Ocasio 1 for 5 with the run scored and an RBI. Dylan Cooper 1 for 4, 2 runs scored with the run. Batted in. Chris Bostic, his first home of the season, went 1 for 4, scored twice and drove in 3. Ray Hernandez 3 for 4, his 8th home of the season, scored 3 times and drove in 4. Hunter Allen went 3 for 4, his 3rd home of the season, scored once and drove in 2. Eric White went 1 for 4 with the run scored and the run driven in. As every Hornet starter, save for Oscar Prelude, had at least 1 hit today. Prelude did reach earlier in the game with the walk in the 2nd inning. But the Hornets leave Jackson with a dominant 3-game sweep, winning by scores of 7-4, 15-4 in 7 innings, and 13-1 in 8 innings. Our next broadcast, next Hornet ball game, Tuesday at Sanford, 6 p.m. first pitch. We'll be on with Hornets pregame, presented by American Lube Fast at 5:45 p.m. Thanks for joining us for Hornets Baseball here on the ASU Hornets Sports Network. I'm Dwayne Lewis signing off. Good afternoon from Jackson, and go Hornets. This has been an Alabama State University Hornet Sports production.